Testing. I think I'm in. Okay. Hey. I haven't streamed in a while. Life just kept hitting me with bricks. But I'm here. I'm still alive. I'm good. So, I'm back to work. Let me reset, make sure I'm facing forward. So, I'm here to do some work, do some 3D. I also, my face is so stiff. So my model's a little stiff right now because I just figured out how to set up the TIT system, the Twitch integrated throwing system. So if I do this, Redeema throw things at me. Oh, they're bonking. Hold on, they're not supposed to bonk. I just set it up like an hour ago before I decided to stream. Let me... throw things at me is supposed to be a throw. And they're supposed to throw kind of slow. There we go. And then this is not quite lined up anymore. Sorry. Like I said, I just got this set up a little bit ago. Right about there, and there we go. So now if I redeem this, there we go. Okay, so that's why my shoulders and torso are a little stiff this time. But for anyone who's seen me stream with this model before, I've learned how to do some better... Oh, I've just had things thrown at me. Tossed. I've been attacked. Renda, I see you. I'm gonna fight you. No, stop throwing things at me. Actually, you'll notice that the throwing things are my cats. I 3D modeled them a little while ago. So it's all my different cats. If you see me use this avatar before this 3D model, I've gotten better at face tracking. I've learned a lot with my last couple of commissions, and I've also learned how to get the most out of my face tracking. The glasses still get in the way, but they're non-negotiable. I need to see. So I am back to work. I'm working again. Life threw some bricks at me, much like these cats being tossed at my head currently. But I survived. I'm here. And I'm excited to get to work again. I've been piddling away at... Oh, you've tossed me again. You throw. This is really fun. I'm happy I set this up. So I'm really excited to get back to work. I've been working on commissions and getting caught back up on all of those. I continue to be pelted with cats. And now that I'm caught up on commission work, I can start streaming again. I can stream my commission work and my other stuff, like the bear that's been on pause for like a month. So I'm really excited to get to work. So here's what we're working on today. This is a commission I'm working on for No Fox Given. I can turn on, hold on. That's the ears, that's the fur, that's the head. Hold on. Turn off wireframe. So here's the head so far, looking pretty good. And then we have the, is this the body? Yeah, this is the body. So I will be retopoing this body. We can turn the fingers back off. All right. I have some topology guides up on a pure ref, and I've been trying my best to give this some really good topology. It takes a lot of brain power, but I was really happy with my last commission's topology, and I wanted to improve upon that further. So I'm going to continue to work on that. Vocaler Hippogriff. Good day. Good day to you too. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're here doing some fun retopology. The really fun, super not boring part of 3D modeling. I'm not lying. Have a great day and a great stream, Rice Baller. Thanks. I hope you have a good day too. Alright, so I've done the front of the knee. And now I need to connect that to the hip. And then we have to go and do the back of the knee and connect that to the butt. So I think this needs a little more topology, and I think I can add that here. Triangles are not the enemy. We can add them. It's okay. So if I add a triangle here, oops, these, there we go. If I add a triangle here, trying to make a game, but making models is so hard, so I'm going to watch your stream. Yeah. yeah, 3D modeling is fun, rewarding, I love it. Happy I started doing it, but it takes so long to finally like get the hang of it and make it feel like easy. Game ready models are also a specific beast, because you want to make sure that they're optimized so your game doesn't lag. Which is what I try to do for VRChat avatars. I like to optimize them as much as I can so that you don't lag out every time you use one of my models. I'm trying really hard to keep this low poly so that I can add subdivisions later if I need to. It's very hard to fight the instinct to just add so many loop cuts and make it all like smooth and pretty. So one thing I've been focusing on a lot with this commission that I always struggle, right? I feel like I have pretty clean topology, and I keep things relatively low poly. It depends on how round certain goblins are. But I feel like I struggle really hard with edge flow, so it ends up being really hard to add loop cuts later when I need to, or it's really hard to mark seams. So I've been trying to focus really hard on like laying out my edge flow, and then like filling that in from there. And I hope that that's going to make the topology a lot cleaner. Does this need another loop? Hi, Brat Bun. Hi. What's up? Hey, watch this. Look what I can do. Smack. I set up some fun stuff to encourage me to stream again. Yeah, I made the throwables all of my cats. And I gave my model a bit of a revamp. Yeah, I've missed streaming. It's really fun. I just didn't have the energy. And when I was catching up on commissions, I extra didn't have the energy. But I'm back. Right now I'm trying to focus on good topology TM. It is a commission for No Fox Given. I got this cute little scaly furry going on. I'm really happy with the head so far. It looks a little extreme like this, but once it has like eyelashes and stuff, it'll look really cute. And we're doing some fun topo. I'm following some, I have some references open on PureRef for a bunch of, like, topology, and I'm trying to lay things out a little smarter than I normally do. I think I need to add another loop here, and that will turn this into a quad and this into a tri. And then this goes over here and here. Edge flow is so hard. Good idea. I've been trying to learn topo and it's a headache. It is. I hate it. I hate it. I hate topology. I hate it. I hate that. I don't want to get into like a big AI argument, but I hate that we're automating the fun part. Why can't we automate the retopology? I don't like that part. This is like this is in the way of me and art. Stop automating the fun part. I think this needs to go down a little. Me when I get to the technical part. Honestly, dude, Unity is just always in the way of the art I want to make. Also, VRChat conveniently coming out with the head chop script, right after I was trying to figure out how to do your sunglasses. With, like, constraints and shit. Yeah. I am excited for the head chop thing, though. I'm really excited about the head chop. I'm also really excited about some other stuff that we figured out for one of Varen's models. It's going to be so good. It's going to come out, like, later this month. And I'm trying to wonder if... I've been wondering if I can make the ears really responsive in VRChat for furry models. A commission that I did recently... for VSF Avatar, for like the VTubing stuff, I was able to have the ears be reactive to the face tracking, which felt really good, really responsive. And I'm wondering if I can make that happen for VRChat. There are external auto retopology tools. There are, but they don't do what I want. Like, I think the closest I've ever gotten to having control over how my retopology works while automating it was that, like, it's like the ramen thing. Something, it's an icon of like a little polygonal ramen thing. Auto retopology. Instant meshes, like instant ramen, that's right. And yes, I'm a huge proponent of learning how to do something before you use automation tools. Like learning how to straighten my UVs before I use automation tools. Learning how to bake an atlas manually before using my automation tools. Because if something breaks or if something doesn't work the way it's intended, I want to know how to do it myself. And automating the retopology process sounds great, but I need to understand what good topology looks like first, so that I can make corrections or determine, like, hey, this isn't good, I need to redo it. Not to mention, it's like, I feel proud when I make good topology. It feels good. It feels good that I've mastered this skill. Okay. So this will come down like this, and this, and this, and this, and this. There we go. Clean topo makes me sob. Like good sob or bad sob? Like having to make the topo? Teach me your way. My way currently is by just copying what people online say is a good way to do it until I make sense of it in my head. Let's see, if I do it like this, and this, and this... it's so hard. Actually, no, it's soft and round. That's the problem. How do I connect you? It's always hard to do the crevasses, the crevasses. So then I think if I do this, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Nope. Yes. There we go. Okay. I hate retopology. There we go. Okay. There we go. Trying to work with what I have so that I can add the loops later. So then I think if I do this, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's not enough, so this has to be another one here. And I think I can justify putting one here. But I'm gonna want this to go up 1. And then, like, this. There we go. And I want that to follow the shoulder blade a little. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. And then this needs to connect down here. And we'll add a few extra tries here because I feel like I need them for this section. I feel like that's okay. Is this a hole? It is. And then if I... I think I need to do this... No, wait, the other way. Do you have any video suggestions on retopology and model making? I'm so happy you asked. I actually have a whole playlist dedicated to stuff that I've saved that I used while I was learning. One second. And I also, in my Discord server, have a section for learning and resources where me and other people will post tutorials or tips and tricks that we see. These are 2 playlists that I have saved of a bunch of Blender stuff. These are in no particular difficulty or order. These are just random assortments of tutorials that I have used or looked at or referenced over the years. What's the difference between a quad and a tri? How do they benefit the model? So quads, as you might guess based on their name, stands for like, you know, quadrilateral, I think. So for example, this is a quad. It has 4 sides, quad meaning 4. I think that's what that means. And then a tri will have 3 points. So if I were to delete one of these points, I would have a, oops, that's not how that works. One second. So if I were to delete one of these points and connect the other 2, this would be a triangle, 3 points. Typically, you'll work in quads on a 3D model because they're just easier to work with. But it's kind of also a lie because in video games, at least in video games, these are actually still tries. What happens is in the video game engine, whatever engine you're using, it will turn all of these quads into triangles anyways. So while you're working on them, quads are really nice, but you don't have to fear triangles because they will all eventually be a triangle anyways. So it's okay to use triangles while you're working if you know that they're not going to be an issue later. So like, right, and if they benefit you. So for example, I add this triangle here because even if I were to like dissolve this edge, right, and leave it as a quad, this will eventually be a triangle. What I don't want is I don't want Unity to turn the triangle this way because that won't benefit the shape I'm going for. I want Unity to take my triangle and put it this way because that's the curve I'm following for the shoulder blade. So manually making the triangles yourself can also avoid weirdness in the 3D program later. And then there's a secret one, n-gons. N-gons are polygons. This is what these are. This is a polygon. Polygons that have more than 4 sides, which is bad. You don't want n-gons. In general. Of course, there's exceptions for everything, but you don't usually want n-gons. They can cause weird shading issues, and again, whatever program you're using is eventually going to turn it into triangles, and it might not triangulate the way you expect it to. For animation, I don't think it really matters. I guess quads. Another reason you want to work in quads is because of shading. You can have weird graphical issues like glitches if you don't have tries, or tries and quads. Yeah, no problem. I am not an expert. I've only been 3D modeling for like 3 or 4 years at this point, and it's all self-taught stuff, so I don't have all the info or all the cases when one thing might be appropriate over the other. But in my experience, tries are not the enemy, at least for video game models. Which is what this is for. I think this needs another line. I don't think I needed to do this, because I think I actually need another edge here. So I'm gonna delete this. And then I'm going to instead add a cut here. And then I have 1, 2, 1, 2. No, that's 3. Okay. I don't know if I like that. I hate problem solving. I think I need another edge here. Ah, I know what I'm gonna do. There we go. Okay, so now we have some pretty okay torso topology. We need to do the rest of the leg. And I have a reference here that I'm following for leg topo. Is that the right number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No Fox Given subscribed at 1 tier. Hey! Hi, No Fox. Guess what I'm working on? Topology. For a certain someone. And look what I can do. Bam. I think this needs to go lower. Yo, my BF is asking, oh, what's she working on? Yeah. You were like, I know that ass. I know that butt. I know whose cake this is. She's very caked up. I don't know where those two verts came from, but we can get rid of those. All right. I was talking about it earlier, no fucks given. But one of the things that I wanted to do for this commission in particular, because last commission I did a pretty good job on topology, but I feel like I could do better. I have been trying to be very careful about laying out my edge flow and stuff, and like making just some nice clean topo. I have some references pulled up over here with PureF for some examples of good topology. And so far, I feel like this has been pretty clean. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, I think I matched this up so well. Ooh, that is clean. There we go. I showed it to people. They were frothing. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of cake here. You know, nom nom. I've noticed with my last couple of commissions, I've been given many cake tasks. People keep pushing the limits of what kind of cake we can fit on these models, and still haven't, I don't know, weight painted well. Weight painting this is gonna be fun. I really like her like hip dips and hip bones. I really like doing those. What's the word I'm looking for? I just like weight painting it. I don't know. I just feel like that like connection is like really important, and I feel like it always ends up looking pretty good after you mess with it enough. Okay, so I can probably bring these out a little. That's not good. I don't like this connection. We gotta fix that. I don't like this connection at all. Yeah, those are super important to me. Because of I forgot to show you, actually. I'm so sorry. I forgot to actually send this to her. Sorry. I actually ended up raising the torso just a little bit. I felt like it helped with the curve of the back. It was looking a bit shrimpy. Like in the way it just like immediately went boom boom. So I raised the torso just a little bit up, and I felt like that helped to make this curve look more natural without having to forego the cake. And I felt like she looked a lot more, what was it, mommy? Like adult? Like more, like tall, big lady. Big sexy lady. Yeah, the other way to fit a short stack. Yeah, I got a little too into the short stack. I've been doing so many short stacks, and I love them, but variety is the spice of life. How many connections do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more up here. I'll figure that out in a second. And then if we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 5 now. I don't want that. Edges. Two. Okay. Okay, now I just need to figure out this connection up here. So if I were to do this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and then... Recalculate. Something's wrong here. Ah. Face. There we go. There we go. Can I fit an edge loop in here? Yeah. And if I split this into 2, beautiful. I want to even these out a little because I don't want it to be super dense. I don't know, I watched them do repo, it was very soothing. Probably because you're not the one having to problem solve it. Yeah, exactly, it's because you're not the one having to retopo it. I agree. I really like watching people do 3D modeling. I like watching people do things like retopology and cleanup. I don't like doing it. It's like a necessary evil to me. Just gonna smooth this out a little. Beautiful. Oh, it's so nice and low poly. Yes! This do be looking hella clean though. Yes. Yes, it's looking so good so far. I feel like I did a good job on my edge flow, my last commission, but I feel like it could have been lower poly. And I feel like I'm achieving what I wanted to on this one a little more. You learn something new every time. Every time you do a project, you learn something new. Would this work with a grid fill right now? It would not. I'd have to manually do it. Yeah, we started redoing our old avatar. Oh, yeah, tell me about it. I was gonna do this a little bit later. Y'all, watch this, right? This is the original rice baller model. Ah, this is what I looked like. I made this, and I was like, oh, this is so good. I did such a good job. This looks so good. Do you see this alien? She got a little better here. A little better. But, this... huge glow up. Yeah, I did, I didn't want to have to redo anything. I didn't want to have to do more work. Like, I wanted to stream today, so I wanted to bang out an update as quick as possible for this model. So I didn't make anything new. I just ended up, lengthening the face a little, fixed like 3 AR kit blend shapes. Well, I guess technically times 2, because right, left. And then, just added some, I just moved my ponytail so that you could see it. It's very stylized. Yeah, this one is much better. I also added some extra physics to the sides of the hair. And, I didn't have to make anything new for this. Actually, wait, I did make one new thing. I remade the eye texture, but that takes like 2 seconds. And it really just, it doesn't take much to have something like new and good looking. Okay, so now we need to connect these. I think this is the right way. 2, 3, 4, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I fucked up. I do this, and then it's 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in sculpt mode, in front wireframe. My music has stopped. There we go. Okay, so now we have a nice looking booty. And some nice clean knee topology. It might be time to address the arms. Or I could just finish down here. I'm gonna finish the legs. Because the toes are gonna be fun. What's your most and least favorite thing? Most favorite thing? Texturing. I love texturing. I started off as a 2D artist. Rika Kendaro is now following. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. Favorite things, so absolutely texturing. I used to be a 2D artist solely, so I like doing that. And then least favorite thing, weight painting. I hate weight painting. I hate weight painting because you have to weight paint at all steps. You have to weight paint at the beginning, you have to weight paint at the end. You think you're finished, there's clipping, weight painting. Hate it. And hello! Hey, how's it going? Smile 3DU2, or colon 3DU2. We're here doing some Retopology. We just got finished retopoing a nice round booty, and we're going to start working our way down the knee to the toes. Clothing on that, but I'm very basic. It's probably going to add specific rig to both. No prob. The texturing is going to be fun. She has really fun markings, so I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, I think this looks good. Thank you. Just relaxing a bit before more Blender learning. Hope you're doing okay. Ooh, Blender stuff. That's super fun. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm having a nice, fun work day. Finally getting to stream again after a long time. What are you learning in Blender? Anything crazy? Or just like how to use Blender? Are you doing the donut tutorial? I have a confession. I haven't done the donut tutorial. Any of them. I haven't done any donut tutorial. I jumped straight into making anime bitches. Me neither, but I link it to everyone. Same. Well, the thing is, right, Blender is a lot because Blender's kind of a jack of all trades program. So being able to learn like a lot, being able to like learn all the little things about Blender is good in navigation. The Blender Bible? What's that? And hell yeah, just starting off on your Blender journey. Blender's super fun. And like the skill sets that you get from it is just so nice. Like, the skills that you learn and like the dedication to be able to like learn Blender, I feel like help you with a lot of things outside of Blender, especially creatively. Oh, that's actually really cool. I didn't know they had an ebook. I follow their Twitter, and I'm like, oh my god, look at this little tip, it's so good. So having them all in one place actually sounds great. It gets updated? That's nice. That's good. They always have like amazing tips and like ways of using Blender I didn't know I could do. I don't know how I'm gonna do the toes, so I might ignore them till next time. Hope I get on a level with Blender where I can say I am proud of that. Dude, same. I was doing Fiverr commissions at the start, like 4 years ago. And I would do Vroid models, and I would make edits in Blender, like editing the face or adding like extra hair strands or like some clothing. And it was shocking how like every time I made something new, I was more and more happy and proud of each new thing I made. It's a really good feeling. It's really fun. Because you learn something every project. You learn something every project, and then it feels so good. And you get to look back on like old work and be like, I was proud of that. Thank you. I'm gonna bring this back out, but reminder, we all start somewhere, and this was like 2022 when I thought I was hot shit. I still had a ways to go. So you can always learn. You can always pick up your skills. It feels good every time. I love looking at old work. I love it so much. It makes me really happy to see like progress. My favorite thing so far has been face tracking. It's so cool. It's just so cool. Like having something track my face is just really fun. I just look back at him like, we charge him. Same! I think I still have my Fiverr folder. Hold on. I appreciate the people that commissioned me on Fiverr, but people gave me money for some of the shit I've made. It's so crazy because it was my best work at the time. Do I have any of it here? Documents. Did I move it? I might have moved it. I don't know where I put it. I thought I had my folder. I've lost my Fiverr folder. Ooh. Did that happen when I reinstalled Windows? Ooh. Charged $80 for an upload. Hey man, everybody always charges what they think is fair. Hold on. I would post pictures on my Twitter. Let me scroll way back. Oh, ad break. Okay. That gives me time to look this up. Gifted a tier 1 sub. Oh, how sweet. Alright, I found them. The ad break ends in 1 minute. I'll show you guys. Ad break is almost over. Have I really lost my Fiverr folder? That's crazy. Where did I put it? That's crazy. That sucks. I can't believe I lost it. Oh, that actually really sucks. There's like years of old work in there. That actually really sucks. I didn't post all of it. It actually makes me really sad. I can't believe I lost it. It's gotta be somewhere. I'll find it later. Here. So, talking about like, honestly, I can't see myself selling stuff, even if I get to a point where I'm decent enough. Head goes, it's not perfect what I made, so I can't sell it. Dude, perfectionism is the enemy of progress. I progressed faster when I was churning out slop every day, more than working on one project. The enemy of progress is stagnation, and you will stagnate if you don't just go. In the words of my friend, send it. Just fucking send it. So this is an example, right, where people paid me money to give this to them. This was my best work at the time. I was proud of it. I was happy. I charged what I felt was appropriate. And I'm still proud of the effort I put in, but holy shit. Someone gave me money for this. And this. And this. And this. And this. Now the clothing I made in Blender, and I textured everything in Blender. And then the body and the hair was in Vroid, if anyone's familiar with Vroid. And I'm still pretty happy with like how these came out for the skills that I had back then. And I was able to like, I knew about blend shapes so I could like edit them so the like the blinks worked and stuff. But I'm just like, oh, someone gave me money for this. yeah, old Blender 2.7 texture painting. To turn off lag in Blender texture painting, by the way, you just turn off anti-aliasing. That's it. Always in sculpting mode. Just don't smear. Yeah. Don't use the smear tool. Don't use smudging. And remember that it's based on your location. So if you do this and you try to paint, you're gonna like lag your computer out trying to paint like 3 different sections. Remember I did a furry commission in Blender? With like add-ons? With add-ons, right? Tell me you didn't raw dog that vanilla Blender texture painting, right? Bro! You can't see my hands, but I'm like, ah! Wait, can I plug in my leap motion? Hold on. I got a leap motion. Facing this way. Let's see. Slipdishing? Slipdiforshing? I don't know how to pronounce that, my dude. Also, hi! I feel like I'm in Minecraft again. Everyone in Minecraft called me Baller for some reason. Instead of Rice. What's up? We're doing some retopology. Here, let me show you the goods. And I need to plug in my Leap Motion. I wonder if I can get the hands working. Yeah, da booty. Whole cake factory, dude. Whole bakery right there. So if I plug this in, and then I think I already set up my Leap Motion for VC Face. I like the idea of calling people baller. It sounds like a compliment, doesn't it? Like, you're so baller. The origin of my name actually involves baller. My friend wanted me to make a Tumblr with her, and I didn't know what to call myself, and she was like, just go with Rice Baller, because you like anime and you're a baller. So it's thanks to her that I even have this name, Rice Baller. Okay, I have the Leap Motion plugged in, and I think propped up. Can I get it working is the new question. Oh, it's causing issues. Oh. That's not how that works. Okay, let's try this. And then VC Face, Leap Motion. Oh wait, is this gonna show like my stuff? Hold on. Where's Leap Motion? I don't remember. Oh wait. Track Leap Motion. Hold on. And then VC Face, Leap Motion. Where did I put it? Hold on. Did I have Leap Motion installed. Hold on. I thought I had Leap Motion installed already. I guess I'll install it again. It'll take like 2 seconds. I thought I did. Oh, it was before I reinstalled Windows. Okay. Ultra Leap Gemini. Did I get it? Download? Hello? I might be having a hard time downloading it because I'm streaming. Oh well, no Leap Motion. We'll do it next time. I forgot that I reinstalled Windows. Oopsies. Oh, I forgot I had an energy drink. I've been loving the V8 energy drinks. Like, I've also been loving, like, just V8 in general. Not to get, like, too into, like, personal details, But I recently got a ongoing medical issue diagnosed, and I'm medicated for it, and it's doing great. And it's been curbing, the medication's been curbing a lot of my hunger, which has been great because I'm fat, and I overeat. And occasionally I'll want sustenance, but I don't really crave eating anymore. So V8s have been really nice to have like a little healthy snack. Like, healthy I know is subjective and not, it has like high sodium. But if I had to pick between the potato chips and the V8, V8's healthier, Mm-hmm. Hope everything is gonna go good, good so? So far everything's going good. Okay, I think this is as smooth as it's gonna be here. We can start working our way down to the ankle. I wish this thing had tongue tracking, because I feel like the lip syncing is almost perfect, but not being able to see when someone makes an L noise really, I don't know. I have that issue in VRChat too. I try my best to make my best bizemes, but I feel like it just never looks good enough because you can never see L. You can't see L. You can't see the tongue go up. I think the HTC face tracking has L, like tongue L up support thing, blend shape. Because I always find that tracking looks really good in VRChat. But the Viseme system can't support L. HTC was the first with face tracking, I think, yeah. I'm interested in face tracking for VRChat, for VR just in general. Like, I love face tracking. Ever since I first saw that face tracking was an option, I bought this old used iPhone off eBay, so that I could do face tracking, like so that I could test it for commissions, so that I could make my own face tracking for myself and like stream with it. I love face tracking. It makes it feel so alive. And like there's so much you can do with it, right? Like here, let me the commission that I just finished like a day or two ago. There we go. The face tracking for this was so much fun to do. Let me zoom out so you can see the ears. I made it so that the ears move and react to the tracking. It's just so nice. Oh, it's just so nice. Like, I want to add cat ears to my avatar just so I can have the ears, like, move with my face tracking, because it just feels so good to have something so responsive like that. Yeah, it's so nice. It's so cute. I want that so bad. And I also want that in VRChat. I've been trying to work on a way to get that to work in VRChat. Because it would be so cool. Fantasy. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're doing some fun retopology. Here, we're doing some retopo. Fantasy, okay. Yeah, just fantasy. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Welcome. I'm basically Fanta Izzy. Fanta Izzy. Oh wait, I like Fanta. I cut soda out of my diet in high school. Best thing I could have done for myself, except for Fanta Orange. That's my only exception. I love it. It's delicious. And I will only ever drink it if it's available at like a restaurant or something. Orange soda is so good. Oops. But I'm like you, I don't really drink soda, but when I do, I'm usually opting for the ones with fake sugars, which is really much better for health. Overall, health-wise, maybe not, but I think artificial sweeteners do different things to your blood sugar levels and glucose levels than just sugar. And I think it also depends on the type of sugar, too. Like high fructose corn syrup, I think, is a more complex sugar, so it breaks down differently in your body. There's a lot of science shit I don't know about, but I got the basics for it when my mom was diagnosed with diabetes a while back. Turns out there's sugar in everything. But not all sugars are bad. Just depends. I was actually talking earlier when it comes to like health stuff, like what isn't healthy. I've been going for V8s as my snack of choice, and you know, there's high sodium, so it may not be the healthiest option, but between a V8 and a bag of chips, V8 is healthier. So that has been my go-to snack of choice lately. Screenshots. Damn! That was done in Blender? Blender default texturing? That looks really good. Damn. Yeah, when I go for soft drinks, I prefer 0 sugar. Does at least a little bit. I think Anne Reardon did this cool video where she got a glucose monitor and tried a bunch of different artificial sweeteners to see what would happen to her glucose levels as she digested it. It was really cool. Blender. Do you still have the file? Nah, it's on an old PC. Yeah. I'm usually good about backing up my stuff, but I can't find that Fiverr folder, which is so sad. All of my 3D and 2D art is automatically backed up on cloud storage as I work on it. Like what I'm working on right now, when I hit save right now, which by the way, save, it is backed up. I don't have to worry about it. If this SSD fails, I can work on any computer and any other SSD. Because I had a scare where my hard drive died, starting to die, and I almost lost everything, and I was so scared because I had all of my art, all of it, 2D and 3D. A NAS drive? What's a NAS drive? Basically makes a copy of your hard drive. I've seen stuff like that where people have like their own servers that they have like at home, and like it auto backs things up over the Wi-Fi. Yeah. I've been really interested in that. It's a bit of a you have to like sink a little bit of money into it. There's another thing that I want to get for my computer setup. What is it called? Uninterruptible power supply, a UPS. That way if the power goes out or something, I have a few minutes to save everything and close down my computer properly so that nothing breaks. Ever since I made doing 3D my job, I've been putting more and more money into my computer and my setup so that like everything is like as high tech as I can afford it, and like things are backed up. I think I pay for like how much do I pay a month for storage? I think I pay like $30 a month right now for cloud storage. So it's not expensive per se, but it's just like, yeah, we get one too. Yes. An uninterruptible power supply sounds so good. No, I mean... Oh, the NAS. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen people build their own like little NAS like server things for relatively cheap. But it's just a level of technical know-how that I just don't got. I'd rather just buy one. There we go. Trust the process. It will look good. Ugh, I hate topology. I always think my topology looks like shit, and it's just fine. Like, it just looks fine in the end. Oh, yeah. For you, is it Rika? Kendaro. For you, Kendaro. Biggest tip for 3D, trust the process. Trust it. The ugly phase in 3D, if you're doing organic modeling, lasts forever. But it'll look good. It will. As long as you keep working on it. .3D is such a trust the process kind of art. I hate it. How can I trust the process when I don't even trust myself? That's such a mood. Same. Every artist has gone through this, and every project in 3D it makes me feel it the most. Imposter syndrome every time I start a new project. When I was working, no Fox Given, when I was working on your head earlier yesterday, I just thought that I forgot how to 3D model and sculpt. It looked like trash. It looked like trash until the very end. And then I sent you pictures when it looked good. You just have to trust the process, even if you feel like it's really ugly. It's so bald. This ugly little alien, this bald little weird guy. Ugh. You have to look at it and say, ah, yes, this will look good after it has eyes, eyebrows, eyelashes, ears, fur, and hair, and teeth. So when it's finished, it will look good eventually. Probably. Maybe. Also, face tracking is so fun. I keep looking at my model's face. It's so fun. There we go. We will also get some face tracking on Black Friday. Ooh, VR face tracking is so nice. I want to get face tracking for VR so bad. I also have an excuse for it. Like, oh, I need to get this so that I can learn how to do it, like, for, like, commissions in my models. But, like, actually, like, I don't like producing content if I can't test it. Like, that's why I don't make Quest avatars, because I don't have a Quest, so I can't test Quest avatars. And that's why I got full body tracking, because one, I love it, and two, because I felt bad producing avatars that I didn't know were going to work in full body. Probably go modeling, because I can't see myself creating something like you and Fox. I'm going to go for world and asset creation. Ooh, that sounds like so much fun! World, like hard surface modeling scares me. I feel like I'm only good at organics. And organics don't always have to be, like, high poly, big titty anime bitches. Like, you can also make, like, cool little, Volthra. Volthra Dusk makes these awesome little low poly 2D blend shaped creatures. I love them. But okay, I don't know how many times I wanted to throw in the towel. Same. Quit 3D modeling is insane. Yeah. Yeah. Snow Tenki? Let me take a look. I love finding new artists to look at. Snow Tenki. The sky. Ooh, what is this? Oh, this is cool. Dude, animation is so impressive to me. I've been trying to learn 3D animation. It's so hard. Dude, new instant follow. Thank you for the rec. I love this. Ooh. Ooh, this looks so good. I like their stuff a lot. Ooh. Ooh. This looks so good. Yeah, thank you for the rec. I love this. And yeah, don't give up. So many of your favorite artists felt the same way, where they're like, I can't make that. Like, you look at some other artist you admire and you're like, I could never do that. The answer is yes, you can. It just, you gotta practice. It takes a while. I shouldn't even look. I go to someone else's for my personal stuff. Yeah, that's a good point. It's fun. It's fun to have somebody else make your characters, because I know what my characters look like when I make them. I would be interested in seeing what, like, Rice Baller looks like if somebody else modeled this, or if somebody else had done the Baller Fox, I would be interested to see what they had come up with. It's really, really nice. It's really fun to, like, offload that onto someone else. And even, like, Von Vivianov Verend, he commissions me for hair usually. And then me and him both commission Volthra Dusk for the videos. So even if you feel like maybe there's places you aren't going to be as strong, or you find out there are places you don't have that strength, there's always someone else who's going to be able to help out. Did you like the MMD rat I posted with my friend? I did! Susu Gum is now following. I did Susu Gum. Let me look at it again. Hold on. I have bad memory. I'm sorry. Yes, I did. I eyeball reacted to it. Because I was, like, I wasn't at my computer, so I couldn't really, like, look at it that closely. But when I saw it, I was really excited, because I know you were talking to me about, like, how to make the MMD stuff work. Because I don't know how to make the MMD stuff work, so I'm sorry it wasn't much help. I'm happy you got it working. Yeah, like, we do semi-realism, and my OC is also semi-realistic, so I don't have to erase stuff. It's a racist style. Yeah, the Fairy Fox was a lot of fun. I feel like the Fairy Fox was the first time I really managed to make Substance Painter work for me and my art style. And then the Baller Puppy was just a natural progression of that. Like, Substance Painter is really powerful and I love it, but I couldn't always make it. Yeah, make Substance Painter your bitch! Substance Painter is the best, worst program I have ever used. And it's incredibly powerful, but I didn't know how to make it work for my style. But I figured it out, finally. Also, sorry, Susu Gum. The Baller Mouse is one I really struggled to make it work for my style with Substance Painter. She just had so many weird dark spots. I've gotten a lot better at, like, shading that I feel like looks nice and soft in Substance Painter. I've also been really excited to go back and fix up a few models. Like, the Baller Fox needs to have its Substance Painter file redone. Which is why I've been putting it off, because that's a lot of work. It's hours and hours and hours of work. V2 Rat win? Probably in the next year or two. I've been wanting to go in and fix up all of my avatars where I feel like I could do better now because of my understanding of Substance Painter. Like, I like how the mouse came out, but I wish I could have made it softer. No, I'm happy you love the rat. I love it when people use my stuff. Oh, the generators? Yeah, I use light generators. For, like, so I do, if you look at, like, for example, the Baller Puppy, that's the most recent one I did textures on, I now do a combination of ambient occlusion, plus light generators, plus hand-painted masks, and I use this, I purchased Substance Painter 3D Blur. So if you've ever tried to use blur in Substance Painter, for whatever fucking reason, it uses the 2D view on a 3D model to blur, so it, like, constantly goes over the edges. I purchased this 3D blur from Action Dog, who does the art for Ultra Kill, by the way. And that does a blur in the 3D space of the model, like you would expect it to do. Now you can't distribute that, so I have to do this ritual where I make a custom black and white mask using the 3D blur from Action Dog. Then I export that as a texture, and then I re-import it into my project to use as a bitmap mask. Because you can't distribute the add-on. It's annoying, but it ends up making way less layers, which makes it easier to edit my avatars. And it also makes the file smaller for distribution. Okay, so I'm happy with how this foot is looking so far. Oh, hand painted masks, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so I want 4 and 4 and 4. This right here is part of why not being afraid of triangles is so powerful. Instead of adding more edge loops here to get the curve on the back of the calf, I'm just adding triangles. Triangles are not the enemy. That way I can have more topology on the back of the leg where it's rounder without sacrificing or without adding extra topology that's not going to get used on the front. Exactly. Intentional triangles are important. One thing that helped me get over it, for lack of a better word, is when I realized that that Unity just turns it into triangles anyways. Sorry, the cat's butt is in front of the camera. Hi, baby. Love you. The cat that just yelled is Cinnamon. She's on top of my chat here on the screen. Yeah, triangles are great. And then realizing that Unity is just going to turn it all into triangles anyways just made it so that I could just do triangles where they're needed. Yeah, Cinnamon's so cute and so angry. I love her. We've been working really hard to hold train her. I had a realization when Yvonne was sick, and I was having to give her fluids with a needle, which was terrifying. But Yvonne's a very good cat. She stays still. I realized if I ever had to do anything like that for Cinnamon, I was not going to be able to hold her down. So we've started hold training all of the cats, especially Cinnamon, so that she can tolerate being held. And lately she's even started liking being held. She lets me kiss her head sometimes. Look at all these squares. Did I put that triangle in the wrong spot? I did. This goes there. Okay. In front wireframe sculpt. You haven't seen. Oh, yeah. The cake. She's a little caked up. Okay, so I think we have legs and most of the torso. There's a little bit of this neck area that needs to get finished up. We also need to do the arms. I'm gonna ignore the hands and feet for now because I just don't want to deal with them. Calves tries. I don't think I've seen anyone do that. I'm not sure either. I don't know if this is like the right way to do it. But I remember being like, because I love short stacks. I love them. But they are the thickest bitches. And they're so round. And what always ends up happening is I always add all these loop cuts, and then, like, it's just so dense in the front. So I decided to, like, round out the calves the way of the baller. Again, I love my short stacks. Love them, but they're just so fucking thick. I've had to start, like, getting creative with where to put these triangles because they're just so thick. Oh yeah, the crotch. Yeah, I should probably close that. Let's see. The baller puppy is the fucking best. Her hips are to die for. I had so much fun making the baller puppy. She was so cute. And then all the, like, blend shapes. So good. I wanted, like, a, not necessarily skinny, but I wanted, like, a fit character. Like, I wanted her to still have some, like, kind of broad shoulders and, like, some thickness, but I wanted her to look like she, like, went jogging often. I'm really happy with her. Like, I feel like the baller fox was more, like, she was not thick. She was not thick in the slightest. Like, I gave her, like, thick thighs, but she was very thin. She had a pronounced rib cage. She had pronounced hips and hip dips. She was very much a thin character. And then the mouse, same thing. And the baller puppy was more of, like, that cute, like, little, like, fit but eats. And then the kitty was just straight short stack, but I feel like I could do better now. And then the bear that I started, that I haven't done any more work on, unfortunately. The next one, the bear. I want a, like, I don't want a short stack again. I want, like, a cute chubby girl. Chubby woman. I want, like, a cute chubby woman. Short stacks are good, but I've done a lot of short stacks, and I've done a lot of skinny, tall, sexy. I want a tall, thick, sexy, tall, chubby, sexy next. Ideally, so I always make my model so that the head can be removed easily. I don't connect the neck and the head mesh, because ideally, if you like a head and a body, but not on the same model, you'll be able to just swap them out. So having as many body types as possible will make it so that people can swap them out freely and, like, get any type of body that they want, including any type of head. Same thing with, like, the fur and the ears and the tail. I don't connect to any of them, even though I think they would probably look nicer, like, look smoother, because I want people to be able to pick and choose the head and body that they have. What was I doing again? Crotch. I did something wrong here. There we go. Otad1. Hi. Hey, how's it going? We're doing some fun retopology right now. Here, some fun retopology. Oops. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think I'm ready to tackle the collarbone area now in the neck. Do I have any references for the collarbone? I do. Okay, so I have one loop already done. This one here is good, and this one here is good. The next loop I need to make is around the neck itself. And then continuing to try to match these up. I should have, oops, that's not what I wanted. 2 more here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Actually, I shouldn't worry about that connection yet. I should just be worrying about this loop. And then I'll just put 1 vert here because I can always add more. Okay, and then if I just connect these and drag it up, we can turn the head off for now so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. And then I'll do this. Okay, so now that we have this loop here, we can start to work on the connection between the neck and the collarbone and the shoulders. And then we can worry about the arm itself afterwards, and I think I can connect all of these now. I think that's okay. And I should bring this into the armpit a little. How to choose between retopology and quad remeshing. I actually do quad remeshing. This is actually a quad remeshed sculpt. I can actually show you guys the before and after from when I remeshed it. Hold on, let me just make sure there's nothing Twitch disapproves of. Okay, so, save this. So this is what the model looked like yesterday. It was just a bunch of pieces that I individually slapped onto the model. Slapped onto the model like this. And then what I did is I combined all these meshes, and then I used the remesh modifier to quad remesh it into, you know, something I can like sculpt. something I can sculpt, and then I'm doing a manual retopologization over that sculpt so that I can control the edge flow. So for example, this loop here is part of my edge flow. This loop here is also part of my edge flow. I also have this loop here, this loop here. Ooh, that one's dirty. Bad loop, bad loop. But I also have this loop here. This is a good loop, good loop. Winter Harumi is following. Oh, follower goal met. That's awesome. 140 out of 140. Yay! Welcome. Otada1 is following. Thank you for the follow. So yeah, how to choose between retopology and quad remeshing. Oh, Nakura25, thanks for the follow. Welcome. So how to choose between retopology and just a quad remesh is I want control over what this topology looks like, because I want to have specific edge loops in specific places. Cinnamon's in front of my camera again. Specific edge loops in specific places so that when I weight paint it, it deforms nicely. Hi, Cinnamon. Hi. She wants attention, which means she's going to stand right in front of my workspace. Yeah. No prob, Bob. Okay, I guess I can start connecting this. If you want something to move, you need to make sure it's able to move the way you want. Exactly. Exactly. I think I can, if I do this and this and this, I think I can keep this all nice and quad. Hey, there we go. Nice clean shoulder. Okay. I think the next thing I need to do is... Does this go this way? This needs to get lowered. Topology's hard. I think that is okay. Calculate. Nice feeling when you just F spam. Yeah, exactly. It feels good. You're like, oh, I did my job. For anyone who's unaware, a shortcut in Blender is to hit F, and F is like a continuous fill if you just click F multiple times. And if you have things nice and clean, you can just keep hitting F and it will just fill something in for you. I think I just make these like just quads now. I think I just basically just fill it in like a grid fill. We'll put this at the meat of the triever. What is this called? The trapeze muscle? Not trapeze. It's something like that. I love that muscle. I think it's the sexiest muscle. And like the way it like connects the neck to the collarbone, like this whole collarbone neck trapezius muscle is just so sexy. So I really like emphasizing it on models because I feel like it's just so sexy. I actually just really like anatomy, just in general. Like, anatomy is so sexy. Like, hold on, I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. Knees and like the back of the knee and like the muscle structure here. It's so sexy. I love knees. I also really like backs. I think backs are really sexy. And like this bit of like muscle right here that connects your shoulder blade to the arm, that's sexy. I also really like the bit of tissue that connects, and like the muscle and fat that connects your breast to your bicep. So sexy. And like collarbones and the way your neck, like your jugular, so fucking sexy. And like that little, I eat it up. I love anatomy, and that's why I like sculpting and I like topology. BF and VRC. Oh, sure. Yeah, it's always really funny, like, seeing someone in VR. Like, you know what you look like in VR, like, you assume, but then seeing someone else in VR is kind of funny. So yeah, I love anatomy. I love anatomy. Human bodies are so nice. Oh, and they're so much fun. They're so much fun to make. Am I losing my flow? My edge flow? I might be. It's hard. It's very hard to do. I love that fat tissue in her breast. That's one of the things I noticed when I first saw the sculpt. Yes, yes, that connection where the body, where the breast connects to the torso and like the arm, like all of this is connected. Like your muscle is like moves with it. Obviously I can't, you know, it'd be too advanced and too annoying to set up like armature for all that, but people do that and it looks so good. Like the way that breasts connect to the torso is really important to me. And the way your arm and your like shoulders play into that is really important. Your average girl is just two boobs on the torso. Yeah, I think a lot of first-time 3D modelers don't study anatomy. Same thing with just 2D artists. A lot of new artists just don't take the time really to study anatomy, and they should, because it's awesome. And being able knowing anatomy means you can break things creatively. Have you used Nomad Sculpt on the iPad? I haven't tried Nomad Sculpt because I don't have an iPad or a tablet. I've been wanting to get like a tablet or a laptop, something that I can take and do work like outside or somewhere else. Oh, ad break. I'll try not to disclose anything too crazy that people would miss if they weren't watching. Yeah, I think the problem is just a lot of new artists don't put a lot of effort or energy into learning anatomy. That's just something you just have to prioritize, something you have to put effort into figuring out. It also helps that I have some sort of special interest in anatomy. And I find joy in doing like an arm study, you know? Like, I want to do another arm study because I've done one arm study and this is a good arm, but I could do better. I want to understand the muscle structures of arms more so that I can make better arms. I feel like I don't quite understand how the forearm connects to the upper arm and like what's going on in the elbow enough to make something believable. Okay. They are weird. Let's go ahead and take a quick, like, one or 2 minute break. Since there's an ad break anyways, I need to use the restroom. Get some water. Quick break. Get some water, peeps. I will be right back. Hey, I can see that you threw that at me. I have the logs. Okay, quick break over. I had some water. No, I can literally see it. It said that you redeemed it. Why did you redeem? Why did you redeem? Ah! Dude, that's right. You can upload custom sounds. I'm gonna put, why did you redeem? Why did you redeem? Okay, no! I'm being attacked in my own stream? If I had a more intense frown blend shape, you would see how angry I am. Bald! Oh, that would be fun. I might make a bald. Dude, I don't know how to set up the toggles. I know that there's like programs. I was trying to find it earlier. I don't know what program you use to have like redeemable toggles. Or does she just do it manually? Warudo? Oh. Oh. Does Warudo support tits? TITS. Twitch Integrated Throwing System tits. Ooh. Oh, there's so many options nowadays. Back in my day, we had Luppet, and we didn't spend money on it. That was good enough. I've been learning a lot about like VRM and VSF avatar stuff. It's really fun. A head pat. Aw, that's really cute. That's so cute. I'm gonna have to look into that. Warudo. Pet cinnamon. She would hate that IRL. But where she's fictional here, she would love that. It would be so cute. Okay. So, when we last left our heroes, we had finished the connection between the collarbone, shoulder, upper back, and neck. And this is looking pretty good. It's pretty low poly. I'll probably end up adding an edge loop somewhere, but for now I'm going to keep it low. Okay, I think the next thing to work on is going to be arms. This is so exciting to see. I'm very happy that you are excited, and I'm so happy to be working on it. I'm so happy to be working. I've never been more thankful for boring days. Boring is good. I never want another exciting day in my life. I'm so fucking sick of them. Yay, I'm happy. Okay. Let me hide these because they're getting annoying. So if we bridge these edge loops, boring days, best days. Yeah, tell me about it. 3 of the cats in my about? No, wait, not my about. 3 of my cats, one of them in my about down below, passed away a couple months ago, and it's been rough ever since then. Bun Airy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. We're doing some fun Retopology, for the bakery here. We love Retopo, the backbone of optimization. Yeah. I try really hard to optimize everything I do. I started on a potato, and for the rest of my potato brethren, I try my best to optimize. Actually, when I was doing those Fiverr commissions, I was on a 9-year-old Walmart pre-built, and it had started blue screening every night. I was playing VRChat on desktop, and when I was doing those commissions on Fiverr, I ended up having to stop for a while because I was getting graphical errors while weight painting where my entire model would turn black, and I was blue screening. So I spent my entire life savings, which at the time was about $1,000, and I purchased the parts to build the computer I'm using right now. I spent around $1,300 on everything, not including the cheapo case. The Wally World, yeah, Wally World pre-build. My dad bought it for me. 9 years. Wait, hold on. I think I started in like 2002, 2003, so 9 years before that. The worst. So I actually had to save the textures by hand. I'm doing quick est and do the job. Yeah. Yeah. Blue screening. When your computer starts blue screening every night, yeah, it's dying. It's dead. I also didn't know how computers worked at that point because I had never built a computer before. So I didn't know why it was blue screening. Dollars. Yeah, Fiverr has a lot of people that are just scamming other people. And it's only gotten worse since I left. They have some really bad scamming problems. Surprisingly enough, posting on DeviantArt and people reaching out to me directly is what made me stop doing Fiverr, because I realized I could just talk to customers directly and find them myself. Yeah, and the fees that Fiverr takes is insane. I was like, I'd rather just pay PayPal's fees. Get out of here. Fiverr also does not favor you. It favors the customer, which also leads to you getting scammed. There were several times where I would deliver the product, and it would be finished per their instructions, per their request, all communications, right? And then, like, a couple days later, they would be like, actually, they'd tell Fiverr it wasn't done yet, so I'd have to do free work for something that was already finished. Personal posted. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The Fiverr scams are real bad. Evil TNT. Haven't been scammed yet, but I just know I'm gonna get yeah, exactly. I think I've commissioned exactly one time on Fiverr. Wait, hold on. I gotta remember how to delete spam messages now. Hold on. Mod view. And then right click? No, wait. Do I just click on that? Do I just ban them? Hold on. I think I can just ban them. And then that deletes it. Oh, posture check. Thank you. I'm sitting up right now. Yeah, I just banned them. They're listening. Okay, so now we have some basic arm stuff set up. And then if I do this, it's gonna be... There we go. And then we'll connect this at last. They're in the walls. Dude, every time I look at my model, I'm just so sad that I don't have some sort of ear that's like reacting to me. This is why everyone does, like, elves and furries. Human characters suck. My ears are hidden behind hair. So I can't have, like, cool, wobbly ears that react to my, like, emotions. Ugh. Ah, well, that's not correct. TBH, though, she would look hella cute with short little nubby elf ears. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that would look pretty cute. that's not correct. You need another loop. No, another vert here. There we go. Yeah, humans are so boring. I'd argue humans are the... Hold on. I am cringe. But that is based. Hold on, what's the fucking... But I am free, that's what it is. Hold on. I am cringe, but I am free. What's the Wreck-It Ralph one? I am cringe, and that's based. I'll never be based, and that's not cringe. There's no one I'd rather be than me. He's so real for that. If a dog trips over himself, he can't be embarrassed. But you know, if I trip over myself, I'm turning red and laughing a little too loud about it. I don't remember what video I was watching. I don't remember if it was a serious video or a joke. And I don't remember if they were talking about media. But... Okay, but if you call me fat, I'll wag my tail and ask for another treat too. So but this guy was talking about, like, how if a deer fails to eat a leaf or something, it doesn't think that it's a failure of a deer. It doesn't think that it might as well not be a deer because it's so bad at being a deer. It just doesn't care. It just tries to find food. But for some reason, as humans, when we fail to do something, we feel like we're not even human. We feel like we have failed on such a fundamental level that we don't deserve the right to live or exist. And that's just such a human thing, and I don't think it's a good thing. I've become much more comfortable with the fact that existing is allowed. Just existing. You don't have to do anything special or cool or awesome or based or cringe. Just existing is allowed. Do dogs think that... I remember one time reading that, like, cats have a bad object permanence, which is why sometimes they'll paw at a door to a room that's open, like, in a roundabout way. Like, if there's two doors to a room. Because they don't understand that they both are the same place. So I think that dogs do think that there's teleportation. I like when my cat thinks that I don't know how to hunt, so it gives me mice. I like that they're looking out for me. Makes me feel loved. One of my cats, when I was in middle school, her name was Millie. And where we lived, they were indoor-outdoor cats because it was a pretty safe area. And Millie would bring me twigs. She would walk up to my bedroom door with a twig in her mouth, and she would start yowling until I let her in. And then she would drop the twig in front of me, wait for a pet, and then scurry off. Earthworm! Ew. My cats, I don't let them out here, and they don't like it. It's not a safe location. We live, like, on a highway. So, they're all really mad at me. They all want out. They don't understand how trucks work. So I have to be the bad guy. Ooh, alive? Ugh, gross. Okay, I've messed up my count somewhere. The worst thing I ever viewed as a child was when one of my grandmother's dogs ate one of the cat's vomit. It was really gross. Dogs will just eat anything. It's kind of gross. Animals are a little gross, a little cringe. It's like, I say dogs will eat anything. So many animals will eat anything because they're animals, you know? They're like, oh, this might be food? Nom nom. I'm gonna send you a photo of BF and I with a dog and tell me whether or not she's hella cringe. You're asking me to judge an animal? An innocent baby? My judgments will be fair. That's not cringe, that's a baby! A fluffy baby! We have a doormat with that face? Hey, come here. Speaking of cringe, Tracker's here. My cat Tracker and my cat Cinnamon play together, and they play chase. Look at her lip. What, like she's kind of like a little I've messed something up here. Something's not correct. Let's delete this and this. Nah, she's a cringe baby. She's a good baby. That's a good girl. Can't believe you'd be so mean. Kids these days, they just don't understand a good girl when they see one. Bro, how the fuck do I connect this? Hold on. So if this goes here... Huh? What did I do? But she's your cringe baby. Yeah, exactly. I'm cringe baby. What is this? I did the leg and I don't know what I did here. Okay, so this connects here. And then this connects here? I guess. Dude, I'm cringe. What is this? Bro, I'm sorry. Your topo got a little fucked on the arm. It's okay. Nobody ever notices the elbow. Like, genuinely, nobody notices the elbow, unless it looks bad. And I've done worse elbows. Yeah, no one's gonna... Yeah, exactly. They're gonna be too busy looking a little further to the left. Okay, I think I saved it. It's a little weird looking, but the way that the topology is supported, it should still bend really well, which is what I was going for. I'll just have to clean this part up a little. Nobody's gonna know. How would they know? Yeah, the weenus. I like that sound bite. Then how are they gonna know? How would they know? Nobody's gonna know. And then those guys in like VRChat with like the avatar that has like the fucking the wireframe renderer on their arm. Fuck those guys. Don't judge my polygons. You don't know. You don't know what my polygons have been through. Exactly. It's all gonna be triangles. Nobody's gonna know. As long as it bends good, nobody cares. Which is such a hard thing to get over whenever I'm making my avatars for, like, Gumroad and stuff. Because genuinely, like, nobody fucking cares. But I care. So I spend so long on the under-the-hood stuff that half the populace aren't gonna see. But I care. It makes me happy. I like having clean topology. Good deforms. Makes me happy. I could clean this up. How do I fix you? How do I fix you? You know what? That can be tomorrow's problem. I don't care. Please don't take that the wrong way. No, this is your commission. I care deeply. I don't care right now. I'll care tomorrow. Okay, so now we have some pretty good topology, pretty low poly. There's some room for some edge loops later that will help with the shape. We've done the cake. I think it's time for the boobs. I'm going to do some Twitch-friendly boobs now, and later I'll show you the goods. Booba. Can I add a triangle here, here, and here? And then can I add another... Do I want a triangle there? Now hold on. I might actually... I'm gonna leave that like that for now. Oh, that's cool. Thank you for the rec. I don't know if I need it though. I use the default in sculpt mode. Hold on. I use the default relax slide. And if you hold shift, it does that. It does like a smoothing. And I'm doing it while it's shrink wrapped, so it's like keeping the volume. Yeah, it's really nice. I don't remember who told me to do this. But like the normal like relax slide is kind of a mess. But if you hold shift for some reason, it's perfect. Exactly, especially because Blender has so many tips and tricks, and there are so many things that get added like later versions. So you just don't know about these new tools because every update has like a bunch of different things added. That's not a quad. Dissolve. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna remove everything else for now. It's insane. Yeah, it's insane that Blender is free. I remember the creator guy even said something about it. Blender, like the guy who like started it. Blender creator price. Who made Blender? Here it is. Blender was created by Ton Roosendaal, a Dutch art director and self-taught software developer. Attracted to all things technical and creative, he began a degree in industrial design, but dropped out in order to start his own 3D animation studio, Neo Geo. He wrote the first source files for Blender on January 2nd of 1994, before I was even born. Wow. Ah, I see. So there was something going on with like investors and stuff back in 2002, which is why he decided to make a non-profit, the Blender Foundation, with the intention of making Blender open source. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, it's just very cool. It's very cool. It feels like a little gem, especially in the current day, that I know this is rich coming from me because I monetize my work, that somebody would choose to make something like this free, instead of charging like at least a one-time fee. It's crazy. And I'm incredibly thankful every day that I get to just pick a computer up and just use this free, powerful program. And it has allowed me the freedom of choosing my career, which is insane. Every artist has that thing where they're like, I would love to make art my job as a kid, and it just doesn't happen. And it's happening, and it's crazy that I get to just use Blender to my own means. I think I need a loop here. I need to figure out where this loop goes. Yeah, that's part of why. Oh, excuse me. Part of what I really like whenever I have like some downtime, whenever I have like, and like good, I've just released a model, right? I like to try to do something free every once in a while. Like I have like my free anime bases I think I've done like every year. And then I like doing sales very often because I know that, you don't always have $40 for an avatar for a 3D model. So I like to do sales often so that people can get stuff. And I don't do pussy sales. I do 50%. Because, you know, you don't always have the money for like a $40-$30 avatar. Tibby 3D? What? Hmm? Is this who I think it is? Ah! Yo, I love your shit. Yeah, it's cozy topo hours. We're doing some fun topology on this whole bakery over here. Woo. Right now I'm trying to figure out how to get an extra loop in here. I guess I could just do this. Yeah, that'll work. Fuck it. Alright, cool. Yeah, there's some cake. I keep getting commissioned to make these caked up avatars. Every day I live in weight painting hell. Crossover episode. Okay. Time to start putting stuff together. So this goes here and here. Don't worry, that we can be basic. I'll give you a good jumping off point. I had someone comment that they haven't seen me. Oh, thank you. I have a donation. Nakara tipped $10. I like your personality and art, so I hope you accept a little something before I leave for work. Keep it up. Thank you. That's so sweet. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you have a good time at work. I had some comments they haven't seen me do many different body types, and I had them... yeah, exactly. Like, it's not my fault that everybody just sends me thick bitch furries. Oh, the tragedy. I also really like making thick furries. I was talking about earlier, I've been trying to do, whenever I do my Gumroad avatars, I want to have as many different body types as possible, which is why the next one, the bear I'm going to be working on, is going to be like a chubby, tall woman instead of a short stack. Yeah, mommy vibe, exactly. And I always make my heads detached from the body. That way they can, people can freely swap out the head and body that they want. So the more body types that I can add to my Gumroad, the more freedom people will have to customize. But when it comes to commissions, it's just whatever people want, you know? You want a thick short stack? I got you. You want a tall, thick furry? Got you. Ah, thank you. I have not hydrated in a while. Water. I definitely want to play more with the tit system. I think it'd be really fun for like with things like redeeming like hydrate and like posture check to have like water be thrown at me or something. I've been wanting to try making furry models at some point. Any advice for heads? So I I don't have any good advice because I feel like, well, I've been attacked. I feel like every time I do a furry head and an anime head, just any heads, I feel like every time I specifically do heads, I go through the 7 stages of grief. Um, I genuinely, it took so long to make this look good. Um, um, some first advice I might give for furry heads is to go ahead and put spheres in the eyes, even if you end up not doing spheres later. It'll help you, like get the curvature of the head right. Um, Also, furry heads are a little difficult because you're not just making an animal. You're making an anthropomorphic animal, which means they want human eyes usually, or humanoid eyes. And human eyes do not fit into animal heads. They just don't. So you end up basically sticking a snout on a human anime face, and you have to figure out how the cheek transitions into the snout up here. And you just have to keep at it until it just doesn't look bad. Usually end up with this kind of shape here, where like the cheek is kind of round, and then the snout's a little straight. Also, the corner of the mouth rests a little lower than you think it does. I can't think of anything else specific. On this, I'm actually really proud of this head, because I think I finally got a good transition between the bridge of the nose, the bridge of the snout, up into the forehead. I feel like this transition can be really difficult because it either looks too much like an animal or too much like a human and not enough furry. Also, go hard or go home. Do not half-ass your furry. Give it a snout, give it a nose, give it big old paws and beans, huge ears. If you half-ass, you end up with like this weird, like anime girl wearing makeup and like a makeup nose instead of a real nose. Yeah. How to draw furry books would probably also help. Yeah, just honestly, how to draw furries is really good. Like just looking at furry artists that you like, and then seeing how they approach the snout. What's really hard is that there's 2 types of artists, people that understand 3D and people that don't. So you want to try to find furry artists that seem to understand 3D and depth, because most of the time the furry artists, if they don't understand 3D, will just draw like a little 3 instead of actually drawing a snout. Also, I'm no expert, but feel free to reach out. I'm happy to redline or offer advice. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I know I have the problem where I'm like, no, I don't want to bother this person. Bother me. I always have to remind myself that other artists are just like me. They're just people. I know a lot of people like that, and again, myself included. It's really hard. You have to remind yourself that people online are still just people. I'm gonna try to sleep. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, I hope that you sleep well and keep up the good work. Blender is so fun once you get the hang of it. This is an area I have 0 expertise in. I will not hesitate to ask for direction. Hell yeah. You don't know what you don't know. I remember, so I was doing the Baller Fox, and I didn't give it like 3D beans. I gave it 2D beans. In the middle of one of our other friends talking, Varen says, hold on, this is really important. Rice, what the fuck are you doing? Give that bitch 3D beans right now. And I stopped and I gave it beans because I was trying to half-ass the furry. Exactly. I was half-assing furry. I was like, no, I don't know how to make beans. Just, that's not a good excuse. It was such a bad excuse. I was half-assing furry. The way that Varen put it really made sense to me. If you add a little bit of spice to something, then the people who do like spice will be disappointed, and the people that don't like spice will be disappointed. Use the baller fox for our hands. We made them squishable. I wanted squishable beans so bad, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work. I still want squishable beans. I want interactable beans so hard. On the baller puppy, I experimented with giving the paws, the bottom paws, the leg paws, gravity and colliders, so that when you picked your foot up, the toes would like fall, and when you put your toes back on the ground, they would like settle on the plane collider. But I couldn't get it to work without like being glitchy. I was really disappointed. If I had gotten it working, it would have been really cool. You can ask BF about that sort of thing. Ooh, that would look so cool. I might bother you guys about that later. Okay. Topo is basically done. On the body. I'm gonna go ahead and start on the face too, because I just don't feel like dealing with hands and fingers and toes right now. Switch to PC to lurk. If I'm not back, have a nice evening. You too. I hope you have a good night. Okay, so now we're gonna retopo the face. Okay, retopo. And now I need to bring up my face topology references. I'll also give you a code for the avatar that has the squishable beans and toe stuff. Ooh, I would not mind that at all. Thank you. I like trying to learn something like new and interesting to do each avatar that I make. Like, one of the things I'm looking forward to is experimenting with the head chop. And when we get them, the new constraint system. I'm so excited about the new constraint system. Okay, so now we need to... this is my body retopo. Yeah, VRChat's gonna make their own in-house constraint system like they did for Fizzbones. They're gonna be more performant. And officially supported. This is the body high res. Yeah, I think they're in beta only right now. Rubik is now following. Hi, Rubik! Hi! Hi! Rubik, look at this, look at this, look at this. How you doing? Yeah, I think I need to turn it. I think I need to turn the speed down. I might need to turn the speed down. Can I edit this right now? I think I can. Hold on. Trigger speed slower maybe? At least you got to participate in art fight. JK back on an older project. Ooh. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. The slower's better. Holy shit. Right now, I am working on Retopology. Oh, the super fun stuff. You'll like this, dude. This looks so clean. So here's my body, right? Look at my Retopo. It's so clean. I have proper edge flow in places. Real edge flow. Ah! Watch this, watch this, watch this. If I select this, look at that. And this and this. Yeah, I'm so excited. I hope it deforms well. Got some poles. Yeah. I'm getting better at topology every time. I have some references pulled up too. That way I can like, practice. Okay, so now I'm gonna retopo the head. There we go. Okay. So same as the body, I'm gonna start by laying out my edge loops and filling in from there. We need a mirror modifier and a shrink wrap. Oh, wait, hold on. Apply transforms. There we go. And I can go ahead and actually remove the spheres from the head for right now. Please, AI, relearn to... Exactly! That's what I said at the beginning of the stream. Why are we automating the fun part? Automate the boring shit! Automate the shit I don't want to do so I can do more art faster. I could do art so much faster if I didn't have to learn topology. I was bitching about this with my last commission, that, like, Unity is always in between me and the art I want to make. I don't want to have to learn what a bool is. Or an integer? Who cares? I mean, I care now, because I need to know this. But I don't want to. Can't steal topology. I wish I could steal topology. I talk a big game, but if I could steal someone's topology, I don't know how long my morals would last. I was so excited for AI image generation at first until I found out how it was trained. It was such a disappointment. Is there like this one add-on where you can put a mesh sleeve? Yeah, I've seen it. I have it's learning new things scary, don't know how, and then you have to like devote time to it. I know there's add-ons, Rubik. But learning new tools is scary and hard. Oh, I know what you mean. Uh, Tablet's super fun, super powerful, super good. I was a little scared of like trying the new tablet that I got, because I would have to relearn the pen pressure again. Um, it wasn't too terrible this time though. I ended up doing a bunch of practice drawings to get used to it first. That way I didn't have like the pressure of like trying to do a real drawing while learning. And I think that helps. Picking a low priority thing to learn on. So maybe next time I do a personal project, yeah, I think next time I do a personal project, I might try to learn a new remeshing tool. I also don't like learning things on customers' time, if that makes sense. So maybe for the bear, you know what, Rubik, I might ask for your help the next time I start working on my Gumroad model, because I don't like learning things on customers' time, but I don't time my Gumroad models. Like, since I charge hourly, I had to rethink, like, well, what happens if I fuck something up? Or what happens if I use a new tool? Or I'm learning how to do something in Unity, right? So what my policy when it comes to trying something new well on customer time is I will time and record myself for the first attempt. And if I get it right the first time, great. And if I don't get it right and I have to redo something, I will pause the recording, I will pause the timer, and I will redo it as many times as I need to get it right, and then I'll continue my time. I feel like it's only fair to charge the amount of time it would have taken to do the thing, not to learn the thing. Okay. I'm not going to bother filling this in yet. I'm just going to move on to the next loop. So the next loop I need is going to be... Ugh, it's so hard with furry faces. Oh, ad break. Okay. I keep forgetting to warn when there's going to be an ad break. A Reese's Pieces ad is... Stay strong. No Fox has just gifted a tier 1 to Rubik. That's so sweet. That is very kind. Also, I don't know if you need to do that because I don't know. Can I gift subs? Can I do that? Are you supposed to do that? Technically can. Oh yeah, that's right. I am the boss. I am the captain now. Topology hard. Learning topology time consuming. Brain power. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, the mask. Actually, we're gonna delete that because I'm not gonna go in that hard yet. And then if I were to continue this line, I think that's how that would work. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. Face topology fucking sucks. I hate doing it. Okay. Having references definitely helps, like, to what face topology normally looks like. This is helping a lot, actually. Okay. It is a little hard, though, because this isn't, like, a normal, like, human head. I'm gonna focus on the nose for a bit and come back to the mouth. Hmm. Yeah, this thing. Oh. Yeah, this thing has crazy good loops. I remember watching. Did they. Hold on. Did they post it on YouTube? Because I remember seeing a video. Yeah, they post on YouTube too. I remember watching them. Whoa! I've been punched. That scared me. Thanks. Yeah, there it is. I had to scroll down a bit because it's from so long ago. Pris, Prisasa or whatever it is. Um, yeah, I remember seeing this and losing my mind. Beautiful. Just absolutely gorgeous. And like the showcase, just oh my god. This was back when I remember seeing this. I didn't see it 6 years ago. I saw it like a couple years ago. And I remember just being flabbergasted because I barely understood what topology was. And I'm using several references. I grabbed, recalculate. I'm using PureRef, and I just grabbed a bunch of my favorite references that I've used, and just put them all in one PureRef file because I was sick of going to like hunt them down. Okay. So this nose. I might work my way out and then back in. Okay, so now I have the inside of the nose addressed. And then I did worry about how to connect this. We're gonna do one here. No. Two crashes in a row. Ooh, what are you crashing? The PC? Blender? Ugh. Are you doing anything crazy? High poly? Like simulations? No, not at all. Genuine question. Have you restarted your computer? You might be out of RAM or VRAM. Like, eventually your computer's just like, hey, I've run out of temp storage. Like, it sounds really annoying, but restarting your computer usually is, like, just good. I'll see. Yeah, give it a restart. Have you tried turning it off and on again is the most annoying but legit advice. Or I guess question. I had it too sometimes where Blender's just like, nope. Nope, not that loop. I ran into the weirdest fucking annoying bug the other day. Let me say this. I ran into this annoying fucking bug where a blend shape was exporting as though it was the basis, as though it was the basis, and when you moved the blend shape in Unity, nothing happened. It was like it was stuck on, and it was acting as though, like, whenever you moved other blend shapes, it would return that area, just that area, back to basis that was originally being affected by the blend shape I made. It was so weird. It was such a weird bug. And then I found, like, one Reddit post where someone had that same issue, and they said, oh, yeah, just blend from shape the basis, and it just fixes it. And it did. Blender drunk. Blender was exporting like that. I even sent it to a friend and had them export it from Blender 4 to see if there was something I was, like, missing. It just kept doing it. It was so weird. It was wild. I don't know why it was doing that. It was very frustrating. Yeah, I thought it was Unity at first, because I know sometimes Unity will, like, hang on to old data, but it wasn't Unity this time. It was strictly a Blender being weird. So you said you're wearing glasses? Oh, so I have, of course I have, I finally changed my glasses. I used to be the type of person that hid my glasses, so I would get, like, really thin wireframe glasses because I didn't like them. And a couple years ago, I finally decided to embrace wearing glasses, so I got these thick framed, like, dark brown transition to light brown at the bottom glasses that cover my eyebrows. So my eyebrows do not track. My eyes blink okay, but if I turn my head too far, enough of my eye gets obscured that I wink instead of blink sometimes. I'm actually getting new glasses. I already went in for the exam, and I'm waiting to get them made. And I got 2 pairs because they were doing a special. One similar to what I have now for every day, and then a thinner wireframe version for face tracking. Which I thought was pretty smart, to take advantage of the 2-for-1 deal to get some that would work better with tracking. Well, I'm really happy with this nose. Holy shit. I know people do the same for VR headsets. Yeah, I want to get, now that I have an updated prescription, I also really want to get lenses for my headset. I think that's so cool. Curse distance specifically in the UV editor. Yeah. And I've also had friends that like scratch their glasses trying to shove them in the headset or scratch the headset. And that is several $100s worth of damage both ways. So I don't do that. That's part of why I can't stay in VR for very long, because I get a really bad headache from not being able to fucking see. I get really bad headaches if I don't wear my glasses, and I've been getting headaches because my glasses are out of date by several years. Alright, I'm really happy with this nose. Yeah. I didn't like spending a couple $100s, but I'm gonna like being able to see, not have headaches anymore. What I really need is for the cats to stop getting sick so I can get my, what are they called? Wisdom teeth removed. Yeah, this nose is coming out so good. I'm really happy with the topology. I'm happy with the density. I feel like it's like moving into the mouth, like it's flowing really well. I'm really happy with this so far. Whew, I'm still trying to keep it kind of low poly, but it's really important for, no wait, hold on. It's important to keep it low poly in this case because I want to be able to add lots of topology later to have a nice smooth face. This fucking sucked. It's burned into my brain. What's burned into your brain? I had this one particular bug going on with a specific version of Blender and my drivers. Yeah. I had this one specific bug going on with a specific version of Blender with my drivers at the time, where when I created a circle, like I added a circle mesh, a circle, I could spawn in the circle, that wasn't a problem, but whenever I would change these, it would crash Blender. I don't know why. And I changed my version of Blender and it was fine. Updated my drivers, everything was fine. But ever since then, I still hesitate every time I try to spawn in the circle in Blender. Like, I still kind of flinch a little. Okay. Honestly, I think the stream's only been live for like, what, 4 hours? Yeah, 4 hours, and I've gotten so much Retopo done, it feels so good. Oh. I'm using, what am I using? My favorite part of my favorite thing that I would brag about is how fast I was, so it feels good to be fast again. Splash screen. I'm using 3.3.7. I don't like the way they have bone selection in 4 when you're weight painting. You have to do like shift control instead of just control, and I hate it. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I don't get it. And now I understand why people still go to Blender 2.7 for their weight painting. Like, I've straight up just seen people make their model and then go back to Blender 2 just to weight paint. And I get it. Weight painting is already a pain. Why are we adding so many extra annoying steps? Ooh, also hydrate if you haven't. Yeah. I was looking for a setting, right? Because typically Blender will let you like customize your like key bindings or your settings, and then there's no customization for that. Why? It's just weird. Oh, hi, Cinnamon. Hi. She gets so snuggly sometimes, and other times she's just so angry. Hi. Yeah. Meow into the microphone. It's cute. Go. Okay. So I think what I want to do now is, I've seen people do this before and I want to try it. Where you, I think my cursor's in the wrong spot. World origin. Well, I hope it's there. Let's spawn in a cube and then subdivide it twice. Then we get rid of these. Yeah, I've seen people do this and it saves you a lot of trouble. Yeah, there we go. I like this. This might need another subdivide. No, that's too high poly for the back of the head because it's just going to be covered by hair. And then if I do this, no. Then if I snap this to vertex, I can just go ahead and that's not working. I guess I'll do it manually. There we go. I think Alt R. Oh, redo. Let me try. Wait, no, Alt R is loop cut. What is Shift R? I know there's a redo. I tried it. Shift R? Let's see. So if I save this just to make sure. So if I merge these at last and then I try that again, Shift R. Oh, thank you. There we go. I smooth this out. There we go. It's all coming together. Whew. I should add a save thing. Redeem. Oh, it'd be so cute. I want to add like throwables to everything now. Like a little floppy disk that hits me in the head when someone redeems a save. I definitely want to spend a stream one time just like adding cute little throwables. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Does that get added? I guess it doesn't get added till the next one. Cool, we have it for later. Okay, so now we get to start working on Retopology. shape is so pretty. Yeah. Hold on, I have another Pure Ref open with all of the references you gave me, and I wanted to, what am I looking for? So all of the eye shapes are a little different in each, but one thing that's been consistent is that they're very sharp, and I wanted something kind of almondy and sharp, that felt a little, what am I looking for? I don't have the right words for it because I'm too tired. But yes, I felt like the eye shape was good. Whoa. Well, it scared me. Lex the Dragon is raiding with a party of 13. Ooh, a raid. Hi! The Lux Dragon sends her regards. Hello. Hi. Whoa. So many people. Hey. How's it going? We're doing some fun Blender stuff today. Here, let me show what's actually going on. Hold on. Wireframe off. There we go. We're doing topology. So, you know, here's the high res. And then I started turning that into a lower poly model. So we're doing some fun topology. Welcome. Thanks. Thanks. Right now we're in the middle of retopologizing the head. Yeah, that's the booty. It's the cake. Aw, thanks. I don't have much interesting to add. It's just been a very slow retopo day. The never-ending micro adjustments. But we've been getting some good clean topology going on with the model this time. Some good edge loops. Kitsune Vincent. Thank you for the follow. Alright, we can turn the body off again. I don't remember which of these was the high poly head. That's the body. One of these is a head. This one's the head? I think this one's the head. There's a head in here somewhere. Ah, that's right. I have this in front. Okay. I should probably label this. Eyeball. And then this one is head high res. There we go. And this is head retopoe. We're almost done with the whole head. We're doing some fun stuff here. I gotta go to bed. Nice to see you on and doing great things. Thank you. It's been like a month or two since I got to stream, so I'm excited to get back to it. Sleep well. We're gonna turn the eyeballs back off. I should probably label this. Yeah, I should probably label this. Hey, I wonder if this is Bezier curve number 0.003. Oh. And then I want to carefully place these. To pick out that nice eye shape. It still feels weird sometimes to have people that aren't my friends go, "Oh, I like your work." It still feels weird sometimes to like have like people I don't know me. Like the only people that have ever been interested in my art until recently has been just my friends. So, it's fun, it's exciting, and very weird. We're gonna pick out this eyelid I drew in. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and just slice in another little section here. Remember, triangles are not the enemy. They can help you. Want this to be a little rounder. Carefully places vertices, just uses the sculpt smooth anyways. There we go. Okay, so I think the only thing that's left to retopo on the head is going to be the lips. Okay. I can't get over the snoot. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this so far. We can add fun things, like I can make like a little blend shape for you to boop the snoot and it just goes bloop. we go. What if I did that? Is that allowed? Just a few more tries. Okay. So now I just need to line this up again. Oops. Okay. Almost done with the face. And I think that I can... I made a mistake. My edge flow is trash. Okay, I think I'm done with almost all of the retopo. So if I take a look at wireframe, recalculate, reset vectors, a wizard hat? A wizard hat, why? I'm trying. Okay, so now if we take a look at our retopoed body so far, because it still needs hands and feet, what in the world is that? Huh? What is this? Oh, axis. So now we're almost there. I still need to add hands and toes. I'm wrapping up, by the way. I'm tired. So I still need to add hands and toes. And she still needs like eyes and all of her mouth and stuff. But as far as the first pass of topology, I am happy with this. It is clean. Has pretty good edge flow. I'll be able to go in and add some loops here on the thighs, for example, to make them smoother here at the hips. The breasts, the arms, everything gets smoothed out very nicely. And I feel like the face, not the back of the head because that's going to be covered, I feel like the face has a nice density and some good loops that should make it easy to do blend shapes. So I'm pretty happy. for just like 4 hours of work, this is feeling pretty good. All right. Thank y'all for joining. No Fox, thank you so much for being here. Oh, Zevi WD Smash. Yeah, she got the whole bakery, dude. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off for the night. I hope that y'all are having a great night and that it continues to be good. Goodbye.